Hey, hi, this is Muhammad Hussein. I'm welcoming you all into my channel DBA Doctor. If you are new, kindly subscribe and support. Without forget, click on a bell icon to get latest video. I'm completely covering up a database server and cloud technology related topic into my channel like MS SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Azure, AWS. Current market is open for multiple skills. So why you are waiting and sticking into only one technology? Kindly subscribe and get multiple technology knowledge at one roof with completely free of cost. Learn multiple skill and stand all time in a market. Hello guys, today we are going to cover up Azure Fundamental. What is Azure Fundamental? What is the use of Azure in market? My technology aid will shoot for AZ-900 Fundamental. Why is Microsoft Azure isn't used? And what is the use of AZ-900 Fundamental? It is really useful for me or not? That are all questions everyone having, so we can see one by one to clear your doubt. First question is, why Microsoft Azure used the count of Microsoft Azure infrastructure to provide a safe, highly accessible data storage with massive scalability and an intelligent pricing structure that let you store infrequent access data at huge saving. Building a safe and cost-effective storage plan is simple in Microsoft. Like whatever you are paying for your physical machine in Azure, it will reduce your cost. If you are paying for a DC battery backup, storage, and other plan capacity planning and all, Azure and you have to handle a downtime for taking and creating some infrastructure activity. Here nothing like that. If you want to increase your memory or storage, you just have to scale up and scale down whenever the storage is required, or whenever the memory is required. You just have to scale up and scale down. Nothing like you have to keep every year complete storage and memory. So here the basic concept of Azure is, when you want to use, you just use, or else just don't use that one. Just pay for what you are using. Don't pay whatever you are not using. That is the most common concept about Azure. In Azure, the rate of Azure is very cheaper as compared to other, and the rate is like, if you are a very expert and you knows Azure fundamental very well, then your cost will be optimized. That is the reason what you have to aware of Microsoft Azure fundamental. Why that technology it will show? The exam is intended for candidates who are just beginning to work with Azure Cloud services, whether he is new or experienced. Azure Fundamental Exam is an opportunity to provide knowledge for cloud concept, Azure service, Azure workload, security and privacy in Azure, as well as pricing and support. Candidates should be familiar with the general technology concept, including concept of networking, storage, compute, application support, and application development. Azure Fundamental can be used to prepare for other Azure role-based or specialty certification, but it not prerequisite for any of them. Okay, so Azure technology is the intention of Azure Fundamental is to building for building your career in Azure. You must know about Azure fundamental, because whether you are HR, whether you are a marketing guy, you are a sales guy, you are working in Azure fundamental as a support, or you are working in networking, or you are working in some database level or backup level, whether any team you are working. But that doesn't mean, but if you are not aware of Azure, how Azure is working internally, okay, how the price scale, how the price scale is happen, how the price calculation is happen, If you are not aware of price calculation, what tool are free, what is a chargeable, and if you are not aware of these things, then obviously the company will be in a loss. That is the main goal of Azure, to aware Azure fundamental in depth. If you are not if you are not knowing Azure fundamental, then it will be very difficult, whether you are in any team, whether your designation is anything. But for approaching any client or approaching anyone, it will be very difficult without knowledge. That is the main reason Azure fundamental is a prerequisite for any examination. Without Azure fundamental, you can't go ahead and do administrator or some other thing. Azure fundamental is a basic for beginning for Azure. Okay. Use of Azure in a market. At its core, Azure is a public cloud computing platform which is providing infrastructure solution as well as a platform solution or software solution that can be used for a service such as analytics, virtual computing, storage, cloud networking, and much more, depend based on the client. Okay, if you are using only 365, then you just want a SaaS product. If you have one application, you just want to deploy that application, for that you are using, then PaaS is enough for you. If you want infrastructure where you want to store your server as well as your applications, then obviously you have to go for a infrastructure as service. Based on your requirement, you have to go ahead, and Azure is providing complete package based on the customer needs. Okay, someone need only a storage or network, someone need the old they want to keep their old backup for a huge amount of time. For that, they don't have a DC, they just needed the old backup to be secured. For that also, Azure having a options like that. Azure is providing lot of options in their market. So Azure is not only providing a private and public cloud, they are also giving a hybrid cloud. Hybrid is like a, you can use your physical as well as Azure cloud also. Like that, Azure is providing based on the customer need. That is the reason the use of Azure in a market is very high, and it is booming very fast. So what is the Azure fundamental? As I already informed and discussed more about Azure fundamental in early chapter. Azure fundamental is a 6 part of series that teach you a basic cloud concept, provide a streamlined overview of many Azure services, guide you a hands-on exercise to deploy your first service for free. Okay, understand a benefit of cloud computing in Azure, how it can save your time and money. Okay, so I already explained that Azure fundamental. So here the examination is dividing mm, based on the chapter. So Azure is dividing the percentage of examination is dividing based on the chapter. Cloud concept will take a 20 to 25%, Azure service will take a 15 to 20, and solution management will take a 10 to 15%, and network security feature will take a 10 to 15%, and government privacy compliance features will take a 20 to 25%, and service SLA bridge will take 10 to 15 minutes. So first we will talk about what is cloud concept. Okay, cloud concept will give you the some benefit, like Azure is providing some benefit: high available scalability, elasticity, disaster recovery, and difference between cloud capital expenditure, operational expenditure, and what is the infrastructure service, what is the platform service, what is software as service, what is hybrid cloud, These and all things you have to know about in this chapter. Okay, so if you knows well, then you will be clear 20 to 25. This is not any scripting part, just a theoretical level. You have to know, you have to aware of it. Okay, second chapter it is Azure. Azure services, core service. What is the core service which Azure is providing, which is why Azure is standing in a market? Okay, that is a very important here. Azure core service is like a region level. If you want to deploy your server from here to any other region, let's say if you are in India and you want to deploy the server services in US or some Austin region, then it will be very difficult, and the plan of actions and for migrations or anything, it will be like a very well planned to deploy. So in Azure it is not like that. It is very like a, it will be very easier and quicker method to deploy. So Azure regional and region pair, availability zone, resource group, subscriptions, usage of resource group and availability group, subscription used, what is the use of management group, that and all things you have to know in this chapter. Second chapter is all about that, and what is the main benefit of virtual machine, and what is the desktop version, and what is the Kubernetes, how we can use the portal, and how to select MySQL, Azure, Postgre or SQL, and what is the difference between Aura service and Azure service. That and all things you have to know, and what is the benefit and use of Azure in market. This and all covered in the Azure core services. Okay, so next chapter is describing solutions and management tool of Azure. The benefit of using internet of thing like IoT hub, central Azure snippets, and machine learning, and DevOps, GitHub, Azure DevOps Lab, serverless computing. That and all things are covered under solution management. For providing the solutions, we have to know these things. This is the new future which is providing the benefit for customer, and in solutions we also have a cloud shell, Azure mobile app, and Azure advisory, Azure resource group, Azure monitoring, Azure service health, and Azure monitoring and service health, Azure resource group manager is very important in this chapter, and Azure advisory is very important in this chapter. So you have to take it very seriously. Third one. Okay, third one, solutions and management tool. In solution and management tool, last three like a resource manager, Azure monitor, Azure service health. These three four uh, one is very important things. Okay, and we can go ahead for general security and network security features. In Azure, it is describing some security policy based on the country, based on the region. It is giving some alert, giving score, securing some data, and it is providing by default, it is providing keyword, and giving some dedicated host as per the requirement, and based on the reason, based on the reason, based on the country, it is creating some new policy. And Azure is providing DOS protection, Azure is providing firewall, network security group, defense depth, like that. Azure is providing a lot of benefit based on the government policy. You no need to worry on auditing point of view. Azure will take care of it. Azure we have a Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, and usage of MFA, single sign-on feature. We have multi sign-on feature. We have that will covered in this chapter, governance policy. Here, how the data is controlled, and how our data is protected if I'm using from internet. So what is the guarantee, that and all questions answer is Azure MFA and the single sign-on factor, multi-factor authentication, and usage of access functionality, and Active Directory and user level roles, which is providing to control the access authorities. Azure also giving some role based access based on the user level and used functionality of resource usage, and Azure is giving some blueprint to management level to giving the update, whoever is logging and who is taking access of this, like that. Azure having a lot of policy, and Microsoft privacy statement and data protection, trust center, Azure compliance document, Azure resource governance is there. So a lot of things Azure is providing for governance private privacy and compliance feature. Next one is describe Azure cost management. This cost management is completely about HR team, and we also need to know. Without knowing this, it is very like difficult. Okay, if you knows this well, it will be very good for you, and for answerable purpose as well as for explaining purpose. So Azure cost management is depending on you as well as Azure. Like factor can be affect cost, resource type, service, location, how the cost is affecting. That things you have to know. If the cost is affecting based on the reason, based on the resource, based on the location, based on the traffic, and what is different between reserve instance and reserve capacity, hybrid used, benefit and spot pricing, and how we can reducing the cost, price calculations, total cost of ownership, and Azure cost management, how we can do, and SLA, what is the SLA, if the SLA impacted, then what will be happen, the life cycle of Azure public privacy and general availability, that and all things are covering in under Azure cost management and service SLA. I hope this one is very useful for you. We will meet on next chapter with some valuable video. Thank you so much for watching.